Do you want to successfully complete the WGU C784 Objective Assessment for Applied Healthcare Statistics course? Then you're in the right place. Our website provides a list of questions and answers with an emphasis on preparing for your success in the Applied Healthcare Statistics C784 course. In this video, we will cover questions from basic math terms, number properties, fractions and decimals, algebraic concepts, problem-solving methods. So, let's get started. 1. If an equation has a degree of 2, what type of equation is it classified as? A. Linear, B. Quadratic, C. Cubic, D. Constant. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Quadratic. Explanation. A quadratic equation has a degree of 2, indicating it includes a squared term. 2. What is the result called when two values are multiplied together? A. Sum, B. Quotient, C. Product, D. Difference. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Product. Explanation. The term product refers to the result obtained from multiplying two or more values. 3. Which of the following is not a whole number? A. 0, B. -1, C. 5, D. 20. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. -1. Explanation. Whole numbers include all non-negative integers. 0, 1, 2. Negative integers like -1 are not considered whole numbers. 4. According to the identity property, what is the result of multiplying any number by 1? A. 0, B. The number itself, C. 1, D. Undefined. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. The number itself. Explanation. The identity property of multiplication states that multiplying any number by 1 leaves the number unchanged. 5. Which of these properties allows us to rearrange parentheses in addition and multiplication without changing the result? A. Commutative property, B. Associative property, C. Distributive property, D. Identity property. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Associative property. Explanation. The associative property states that the grouping of numbers does not affect the sum or product. 6. What is the term for a number that can be written as the square of an integer? A. Rational number, B. Perfect square, C. Integer, D. Composite number. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Perfect square. Explanation. A perfect square is a number that can be expressed as the square of an integer, such as 9, 3x3, or 16, or x4. 7. What is a collection of numbers in mathematics called? A. Set, B. Range, C. Matrix, D. Group. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. set. Explanation. In mathematics, a set is a collection of numbers or other distinct objects. 8. Which mathematical rule defines the order in which operations are performed? A. Commutative property. B. Associative property. C. Distributive property. D. Order of operations. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Order of operations. Explanation. The order of operations defines the rules for the sequence in which calculations should be performed. PEMDAS. 9. Which term represents the number that must be multiplied by a given number to get a product of 1? A. Reciprocal. B. Quotient. C. Difference. D. Sum. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Reciprocal. Explanation. The reciprocal of a number when multiplied by the original number gives a product of 1. 10. What is the positive square root of a number called? A. Square. B. Principal square root. C. Reciprocal. D. Identity. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Principal square root. Explanation. The principal square root is the positive root of a given number. 11. A set of numbers between two specified values is known as what? A. Set. B. Interval. C. Matrix. D. Domain. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Interval. Explanation. An interval is a range of values between two specified points. 12. Which symbol indicates a mathematical operation between values? A. Variable. B. Constant. C. Operator. D. Matrix. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Operator. Explanation. An operator, such as plus or, specifies an operation to be performed on values. 13. Which property states that the order of numbers does not affect the result of addition or multiplication? A. Identity. B. Associative. C. Commutative. D. Distributive. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Commutative. Explanation. The commutative property states that numbers can be added or multiplied in any order without changing the result. 14. The symbol that indicates taking the square root of a number is called what? A. Radical sign. B. Division sign. C. Square sign. D. Root symbol. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Radical sign. Explanation. The radical sign is used to denote the square root of a number. 15. Which term describes two numbers equidistant from 0 on a number line, whose sum is 0? A. Prime numbers. B. Perfect squares. C. Additive inverses. D. Identity elements. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Additive inverses. Explanation. Additive inverses are numbers that, when added together, equal 0. For example, 3 and minus 3. 16. What is the largest number that is a factor of two given numbers called? A. Least common multiple. B. Reciprocal. C. Prime factor. D. Greatest common factor. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Greatest common factor. Explanation. The greatest common factor, GCF, is the largest factor shared by two numbers. 17. Which method involves a graphical breakdown to find the prime factorization of an integer? A. Division method. B. Factor tree. C. Distributive property. D. Reciprocal method. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Factor tree. Explanation. A factor tree is a graphical representation used to identify the prime factors of a number. 18. Which term represents any positive, negative, or zero value that can be written without fractions or decimals? A. Integer. B. Whole number. C. Rational number. D. Real number. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Integer. Explanation. An integer is any whole number, positive or negative, including 0. 19. What term describes a collection of numbers that are distinct, separate, and unconnected? A. Continuous. B. Discrete. C. Rational. D. Fractional. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Discrete. Explanation. Discrete data refers to separate, distinct values that are countable, like whole numbers. 20. What is the process of finding the set of prime numbers that multiply to produce a given integer? A. Prime addition. B. Prime factorization. C. Factor tree. D. Composite analysis. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Prime factorization. Explanation. Prime factorization involves breaking down a composite number into a product of prime factors. 21. Which of the following types of data cannot be divided into distinct units? A. Discrete. B. Continuous. C. Ordinal. D. Nominal. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Continuous. Explanation. Continuous data is measured and can take any value within a range, unlike discrete data. 22. Which term describes a string of terms connected by addition, subtraction, or division operations? A. Equation. B. Expression. C. Solution. D. Coefficient. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Expression. Explanation. An expression is a combination of terms joined by arithmetic operations. 23. What is the result called in a division operation? A. Sum. B. Product. C. Quotient. D. Difference. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Quotient. Explanation. In division, the result is referred to as the quotient. 24. What is represented by a number showing repeated multiplication? A. Integer. B. Factor. C. Exponent. D. Sum. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Exponent. Explanation. An exponent represents how many times a number is multiplied by itself. 25. An integer that divides another integer without leaving a remainder is known as what? A. Quotient. B. Multiple. C. Factor. D. Product. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Factor. Explanation. A factor divides another integer without leaving a remainder. 26. What is a number with more factors than 1 and itself called? A. Prime number. B. Rational number. C. Composite number. D. Odd number. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Composite number. Explanation. A composite number has more factors than just 1 and itself. 27. Which concept states that any integer greater than 1 is either a prime or a product of primes? A. Fundamental theorem of calculus. B. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. C. Prime factorization. D. Distributive property. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Explanation. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic states that any integer greater than 1 is either prime or can be factored into primes. 28. What is the term for a number with only 2 factors, 1 and itself? A. Composite number. B. Rational number. C. Prime number. D. Integer. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Prime number. Explanation. A prime number has only 2 divisors, 1 and itself. 29. What do you call a proportion that is equivalent to a given ratio, but has a denominator of 100? A. Rational fraction. B. Unit rate. C. Percent proportion. D. Reciprocal. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Percent proportion. Explanation. A percent proportion is a ratio with a denominator of 100, commonly expressed as a percentage. 30. In a fraction, what is the number below the fraction bar called? A. Numerator. B. Denominator. C. Quotient. D. Factor. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Denominator. Explanation. The denominator is the bottom part of a fraction that represents the total number of equal parts. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAExams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAExams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. In a proportion, which term is used when one part of the proportion is an unknown quantity? A. Constant. B. Variable proportion. C. Conditional proportion. D. Reciprocal proportion. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Conditional proportion. Explanation. A conditional proportion includes an unknown or variable part. 32. What is the top number in a fraction called? A. Denominator. B. Numerator. C. Quotient. D. Integer. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Numerator. Explanation. The numerator is the top part of a fraction, indicating the number of parts taken. 33. Which of the following fractions has a numerator less than the denominator? A. Improper fraction. B. Proper fraction. C. Mixed number. D. Complex fraction. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Proper fraction. Explanation. A proper fraction has a numerator smaller than the denominator. 34. What is the sequence of zeros after the last non-zero digit in a decimal called? A. Leading zeros. B. Terminal zeros. C. Trailing zeros. D. Placeholder zeros. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Trailing zeros. Explanation. Trailing zeros appear after the last non-zero digit in a decimal. 35. When two ratios are equal, this relationship is known as what? A. Fraction. B. Proportion. C. Expression. D. Ratio. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Proportion. Explanation. A proportion represents a true statement that two ratios are equal. 36. Which method uses cross-multiplication to verify if two fractions are equal? A. Butterfly method. B. Division method. C. Substitution method. D. Reciprocal method. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Butterfly method. Explanation. The butterfly method uses cross-multiplication to check if two fractions are equal. 37. What method is used to convert between different measurement systems? A. Conversion method. B. Rounding. C. Unit conversion. D. Proportion method. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Unit conversion. Explanation. Unit conversion is the process of changing a quantity from one measurement system to another. 38. A decimal number with a finite number of digits is known as what? A. Infinite decimal. B. Terminal decimal. C. Mixed decimal. D. Periodic decimal. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Terminal decimal. Explanation. A terminal decimal has a specific number of digits and does not go on indefinitely. 39. What is the smallest value that is a multiple of two or more numbers? A. GCF. B. Least common multiple. C. Reciprocal. D. Factor. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Least common multiple. Explanation. The least common multiple, LCM, is the smallest common multiple of two or more numbers. 40. Which method involves approximating a number to make calculations easier? A. Estimation. B. Cross multiplication. C. Rounding. D. Multiplication. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Rounding. Explanation. Rounding is a way of estimating a number to simplify calculations. 41. Which term describes a number that, when multiplied by another, yields 1? A. Reciprocal. B. Factor. C. Inverse. D. Product. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Reciprocal. Explanation. The reciprocal of a number is that which, when multiplied by the number, equals 1. 42. What term measures one quantity in relation to another? A. Ratio. B. Proportion. C. Fraction. D. Constant. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Ratio. Explanation. A ratio compares one quantity to another, often represented as a fraction. 43. A fraction where the numerator is larger than the denominator is called what? A. Mixed number. B. Proper fraction. C. Improper fraction. D. Integer. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Improper fraction. Explanation. An improper fraction has a numerator greater than its denominator. 44. What technique is used to verify if a proportion is true by cross-multiplying? A. Butterfly method. B. Division. C. Factorization. D. Reciprocal method. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Butterfly method. Explanation. The butterfly method uses cross-multiplication to check if a proportion is valid. 45. What term represents a known and unchanging value? A. Variable. B. Term. C. Constant. D. Coefficient. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Constant. Explanation. A constant is a fixed numerical value that does not change. 46. In a coordinate plane, where does the line intersect the y-axis? A. X-intercept, B. Origin, C. Y-intercept, D. Slope. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Y-intercept. Explanation. The y-intercept is the point where a line crosses the y-axis. 47. Which property allows a term outside parentheses to multiply each term within? A. Associative, B. Distributive, C. Commutative, D. Identity. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Distributive. Explanation. The distributive property allows multiplying a term outside parentheses by each term inside. 48. What are the four sections of the coordinate plane called? A. Regions, B. Axes, C. Quadrants, D. Coordinates. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Quadrants. Explanation. The coordinate plane is divided into four quadrants by the x and y axes. 49. When a variable is replaced by its known value, what is this process called? A. Substitution, B. Division, C. Addition, D. Multiplication. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Substitution. Explanation. Substitution involves replacing a variable with its actual value in an expression. 50. Which term describes the slope of a line on a coordinate plane as rise over run? A. Gradient, B. Ratio, C. Proportion, D. Quotient. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Gradient. Explanation. The gradient or slope of a line is defined as the ratio of its vertical change, rise, to its horizontal change, run. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at OAExams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.